the next 6 weeks and you give us full permission to occupy your office.
President Doti, I must say, for the past 15 years, we've gone to certain administrators who have your ear, and we've been shut down every time. Every time we've tried to meet with you, we've been denied. And that's been like that for the past, not with you, but to the ear, to the person who's supposed to talk to you, we've been denied. So that's what we have tried. We have tried.
We'll get together before we can get a date.
How about next week? Can we set on a time next week? Next week? This time next week? This time next week, in your office, we'll get representatives.
Area, so more people can be there.
All right.
My office isn't that big.
All right. Are you guys satisfied? Yeah! One more thing. What is it? One more chant. Make this loud. All right? Make this loud.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Show that pride. Show that pride. Show that pride. Show that pride. Hey, Chapman. Our voice is lost, but I won't hide. This is where we show our pride. 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 Hey, Chapman! Yeah! Where's your voice at? Our voice is lost, but I won't hide. And this is where we show our pride. 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 Hey, Chapman! Yeah! Where's your voice at? Our voice is lost, but I won't hide, and this is where we show our pride. 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 Hey, Chapman! Yeah! Where's your voice at? My voice is lost, but I won't hide, and this is where we show our pride. Hey, everybody! Ready to fucking rock out! So I think this went better than many of us could have ever expected. And so let's fucking solidarity and make this happen. If we keep this going, we'll get our multicultural center. So keep fucking doing it. Yeah, next week we're getting it. We're getting it. Thank you all so much for being here, and stick around. We'll keep making this happen.
Yeah, everybody look to your left and look to your right. Give each other a hug, a high five. You guys did an excellent job. Ryan, Larry, come on.
Sure are.
Yeah, good job, buddy. What was your guys' favorite part of it?
Listening to you talk.
Oh, okay. Besides that.
Walking around surrounding
Doti.
Yeah, surrounding Doti.
Yeah.
Chatting you in.
And having everyone pay attention. Like, I don't think there was one person outside that did not see and hear what we were trying to get across.
Like, how do you guys feel when we surrounded him? What was your reaction?
Pretended we were there.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
What else? Because when I saw it, when you surrounded him, I saw him just kind of not really acknowledging us.
Yeah, that was kind of irritating at first. I was like, are you going to even look at us? Like, I thought it was pretty hilarious. I was like, what is he doing? I was really frustrated with that, I guess.
Chase made a really good comment where she said, it's a really sad day when you have to see a person of color beg to get it.
That was a part that I think that a lot of us have been talking about, that it was really, the whole situation was really empowering, but it hurt so bad to have to see. I didn't want to see you go on your knees and beg to a white man to give us something that we all deserve. That's something that is really hurt, I think. And I think that he was trying to render us powerless. He was trying to be like, you guys aren't powerful, until we were like, no, we don't want you to have next semester to make a meeting with us. It's going to be next week. And that's why I was a couple of us booed when he was like, oh, 6 weeks or so, or maybe next, no. Right now we have the power, and I think it was good to show the power that we had.
going back, first that, I know for sure that we had a pitch happen 4 years ago for a Multicultural Center, and we've got the plan somewhere and everything. And so I know that we've got that working for us. And I also, something that's really crucial for the meeting next week is that we cannot, like, be angry. Like, this is the minute that we start to accuse or do anything like that, Doti and whoever, or whatever other administrators are going to be there, they're going to immediately take the defensive and they're just going to shut us out. So
he definitely knows that by now.
Yeah, he knows we're pissed.
He knows we're angry.
At the same time, though, we didn't get this meeting by being nice. Like, this took 50 people going and encircling him and not leaving until he agreed to talk to us, and even at that, not leaving until he finally agreed that he wasn't going to meet with us next semester, but he was going to meet us on Tuesday.
Right.
So, you know, the nice thing is always a lot of fun and all, but like when it gets down to it, we're going to have a set of goals, and like compromise is going to have to happen, but we're going to need to have the goals that we definitely want to see and that we're not willing to waver on, like the Multicultural Center. Like, that's something that we're going to have to be consistently strong on and not nice about. Nice only gets people so far.
Remember that we have the power too, because like
right.
in this situation, like we're definitely people that are holding the power in any kind of social movement setting like this.
You have to be forceful in what you talk about. You have to put the ground. You know, like I said, you got to maintain composure.
Oh, totally.
At the same time, you know, don't accuse them like, well, you know what? What he said about no one's talked about this in 15 years, that's the biggest load of bullshit, right? I talked to Danny Smith and she shook her head and laughed and said she's known about this way longer than that. So.
And I mean, we are like a multicultural group now, and people are going to see this, and people are going to really be looking at what we do in the next few weeks. And so, as much as we can make them aware of what's been happening, like people are going to want to start joining as they see that we're starting to build more and more power in the situation. So it's really important that we get it out to the rest of the school and out to the public.
Keep in mind there has to be a balance. You have to balance out the meetings and the writing and the research and the activism. So they both have to balance each other out. Because if you do one more than the other, then we're going to lose people, we're going to lose interest. So the stuff we did today, you should keep doing. You know, the protests, the demonstrations, the rallies, because that's going to keep the ball rolling. And at the same time, if someone says, well, what have you guys done? Well, this is what we've done. We've done research, we have all these stats, we have meetings. Here's the proposal that you brought. Have that out at the rally. Get more people out, make more t-shirts. You know, it's got to be a balance between both. And once you get that balance, more people will be in charge, and everyone's involved. And when everyone's involved like this, then the movement is going to push more and more, and then Doti and administration will have no excuse as to what's going on.
What you're seeing right now, what you're experiencing actually is community building and the power of what that is. And so, like Shraf is saying, it's not just the activism either, but it's the community building and focusing on sustaining the community. So, to the extent that you are seeing other people with red shirts and learning their names and knowing who they are outside of the meeting and saying hi to each other as you walk past each other on the walkway, and being the encouraging voice or email, or having a cookout, or whatever it is, it's really the strength that you guys are feeling is the empowerment that you have because you have community.